Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Golden State Valkyries in this one as they go up against the New York Liberty. With Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're thrilled to have you with us.
This is my kind of basketball, fellas. Both of these teams make their mark on the defensive end of the floor.
The game is played at both ends, and great scoring will only get you so far. These teams have a firm understanding of that.
And for teams that are committed to winning, it's understood that locking in on defense will be part of what separates them.
Fagbenle can't hit.
The D was ready for her that time, and they had to be. She is strong in the paint.
Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. The rebound by Thornton. And here's Golden State. Pass to Fagbenle. Hayes. Now Fagbenle. Guarded by Jones. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. Stolen by Sabrina Ionescu. Down low. Here's Stewart. The shot's good on the assist by Jonquel Jones.
The incredible focus Stewart has. Even when the D gets physical, she stays with the play.
Pass to Hayes. Up and in on the layup.
Yeah, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Loud outside. Ionescu. Inside. A nice shot by Stewart.
When you let Stewart get inside, you're just not going to stop her. Too much length, too much game.
Thornton with it. Pass to Fagbenle. Hayes up top. She's covered by Cloud. And here's Burton. Here's Thornton. Shoots. Burton gets the bucket. Here's New York now. Ionescu outside. Misamon outside. The three. Ionescu can't get it to go.
Well, it wasn't a block officially, but it might as well been. She really affected that shot.
Yeah, it was clearly her defense that threw her off there.
Now here is Hayes. Pass to Burton. The tray. The rebound by the Liberty.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Here's Jones. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. It's good. She scores. That's her first basket after missing her first 2 attempts. 1 for 3.
It's been an incredible career and journey for Jonquel Jones.
When you think about it, she's born in the Bahamas, drafted out of a mid-major school, just 6 points per game as a rookie. But Jones has worked herself into an MVP, WNBA champion, one of the great stories in league history.
Now here's Ionescu. Brianna Stewart from outside. Fagbenle with the rebound.
Personally, I am shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. She makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Hayes. Shoots over Misamon. And again, Golden State no good.
That's one she knows she should have drained.
Picked by Jones. Now here is Ionescu. Back to Misamon. Over Hayes. And Misamon gets it to go.
A professor in physicality. Misamon will always give you her best effort.
Valkyries trail.
And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
Pass to Hayes. Six on the shot clock. Launches a three. Rebound, New York.
Now Stewart. Ionescu outside. Misaman. Pass to Cloud. Pick by Misaman. Here's Ionescu.
Three-pointer. Another miss for her. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
Her shooting numbers slipping this quarter.
That's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give her an inch of room.
And that's the only way to stop her. The defender has to be all over her with a hand right in her face.
Cloud, covered by Thornton.
Pass to Misaman. It's hauled in by Tiffany Hayes. Here's the Valkyries with the ball.
Trailing by 5. A nice shot by Fagbenle.
She did so well to lead her teammate right to the ideal spot. That's the kind of playmaking coaches like to see.
Now here is Stewart. Cloud.
Sabrina Ionescu from outside. And again, it's the Liberty missing.
Her strokes looked a little shaky this quarter. Not much is hitting the target.
Back to Thornton.
Pass to Hayes.
Picked by Fagbenle. Kept alive. And a foul on the shot. She'll go to the stripe for 2. And it's going to be on Sabrina Ionescu.
And how about the journey of Temi Fagbenle, who was out of the WNBA from 2019 to 2023.
Played in Europe for those years, winning titles in 3 countries, Spain, Italy, and England. Came back to the United States with the Fever in 2024 and was selected by Golden State in the expansion draft.
And the first one at the line is good. And we're about a quarter into the regular season. And I know you both have some clear championship favorites, but you're usually wrong, so I probably shouldn't listen to them.
Well, I have a couple of teams in mind, that's for sure. But it's always dangerous to make predictions this early into the season.
It's not like you. Usually you're making predictions about everything. There's still a lot of time, Brian and Blake. Things can change. There could be a blockbuster trade or a major injury that shifts the balance of power. So sorry, I'm not naming teams yet. It's been one of those days for her. She's really struggled.
And here's Burton. Pass to Ami here.
Hayes with it. And it's blocked by Emma Misaman.
Really loves to challenge defenders. It's Misaman's reach and tenacity that allow her to consistently reject opponents' shots.
Now here's Ionescu. Misaman outside.
5 to shoot.
On the left wing. Ionescu.
And the 3 off target.
She's jacked up a number of threes, but her accuracy has just not been there. If you ask me, it's time to try something new.
Now here's Fagbenle. To the paint.
Pass to Ami here. Burton, covered by Ionescu. Burton can't hit.
This has not been a quarter to remember for her.
I mean, what's going on right now? What is this? She's not making any sort of impact for them at that end of the court.
Here's Ionescu.
Trying to get back on track. The bank shot, no good.
She can't get anything to drop. And the way she's going, it's probably not something she should try to shoot her way out of.
And I'm sure her teammates would agree with that. You know, the last thing they want to see her doing is shooting it more.
New York leading. Misaman outside. Harrison. She's covered by Fagbenle.
And Misaman gets it to go.
Her shooting percentage is through the roof right now. What a great start to this game.
It's Burton.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, it's been a long time without a bucket. Focus.
Pass to me here. Hayes. Kicks it out to Thornton. Now Burton. The shot. And it's Hayes missing.
The shot was there for her. She had to take it. And I don't care if she didn't convert. She should take it again next time.
Ionescu outside. Valkyries with the rebound.
Some of the shots she's taken today have been absolute head scratchers. She's out there playing like it's a game of horse, and it's not.
It's Burton. Great pass to set up the land.
Amir never stopped working inside. Once she got the ball in deep, it was over.
2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Ionescu. Jacks up a three. Ooh, no luck on that one. And a closely contested grit and grind first quarter comes to a close. It's the Liberty. They lead by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. A closely contested game here at the start of the second quarter. And taking a look at the Liberty performance here. Guys, what are your thoughts?
It's been a well-oiled machine on offense for them so far.
And they've kept the ball moving and their opponents chasing it. You know, it's kind of like a dog chasing their tail, just can't get enough. That's how they piled up the points.
In the offseason, we had our first WNBA expansion draft since 2008.
Yeah, Golden State adding 11 players from other WNBA teams. I liked what the Valkyries did. They got a mix of young, promising players, plus some solid veterans.
Now here's Jones. Shoots over Billings, and it's Billings with the rebound. Lays it up and banks it in.
How's that for a move? Her crossover is a thing of beauty.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Pass to Burke. And here's Phoebish. Jones outside. Burke. Now Phoebish. Jones left side. It's stolen by Billings. Moving it up. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Put herself in a great position to finish that break off.
Yeah, and that right there is just a great read of how the play was developing and where the ball was going.
Such high basketball IQ.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And here's Burke. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Outside Charles. Outside Billings. Shoots over Jones. A shot by Billings, no good. To the inside. The steal. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Back to Charles. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Billings. And here they come. Pass to Johannes. She gets it in there.
They're playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in the first quarter. Didn't shoot it well at all, but they didn't get discouraged. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
Outside Charles. Out to the wing. Rupert. Billings, guarded by Jones. Jonquel Jones with the block.
A strong shot blocker. Jones is able to stifle shooters by positioning herself skillfully.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim. So good idea to take the transition three.
And just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Charles. Pass to Billings. Outside Charles. Rupert. And again, Golden State no good. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control. They're doing a nice job of stringing together solid possessions and building that lead up.
Yeah, and that's the key right there. Consistency. They'll stay in control of this game if they stick with the game plan and don't waste possession.
Absolutely.
They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right. Their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark. To the paint. Outside Charles. And she can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here's Phoebish. She's guarded by Billings. Pass to Johannes. There's the three. A rebound by Rupert. The Valkyries trail. Inside. Here's Charles. Rebounded by Phoebish. Here's New York now. Their defense has allowed only 4 points in the quarter. Down low. Jones. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
That's just great ball movement.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with a purpose. The D has not been able to keep up.
Time called here. The Valkyries deciding to talk it over. And in that epic 2024 WNBA Finals, Jonquel Jones took home MVP honors.
Yeah, she shot it 56, 43, and 100 from the series. Now, New York struggled at times offensively, and Jones had to carry the load to give the Liberty their first WNBA title.
Hayes up top. Pass to Thornton. Back to Hayes. Clock at 6. Inside. Deflected by Brianna Stewart.
The incredible wingspan of Stewart coming in handy. She can cover a lot of ground.
And so it's New York with it. 10-point lead. This is their biggest lead. Unloads. And the rebound goes to the Valkyries. Pass to Thornton. Up top of me here. Hayes. uses the glass to finish the layup.
A big-time battle inside. Tiffany Hayes winning that one.
Now here's Cloud. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. There's a screen by Cloud. Three-pointer, Brianna Stewart. Bagbenley with the rebound.
Well, they're in the lead, but she's still been frustrated offensively.
Pass to Burton. Hayes. Now Bagbenley. And it's Brianna Stewart with the rebound. New York leading. Shot from the wing. New York, no good that time either.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish him there.
Now here's Bagbenley. To the middle. Now here is Thornton. Guarded closely. Burton. The rebound by the Liberty. Here's Burke. Pass to Cloud. Now here is Ionescu. And so it looks like Liberty will retain possession here.
In for New York, Jones, Emma Lee.
3-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. Offensive board for three. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jones. That's her first foul.
And now it's time to take another look at that huge swat.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not just with more offense, but also with some big-time D.
Back in 2023, Brianna Stewart signing as a free agent with the Liberty. What a signing.
Oh, to me, I think this could go down as the biggest free agent signing in WNBA history. Stewie won an MVP in year one with New York, and then in year two, she brings the Liberty their first title in franchise history. It's hard to make a bigger impact than that, guys.
And the Liberty with possession here. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Offensive rebound. In the hoop for her third make from the field. She's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Looks like they've shifted the approach away from trying the three ball.
Yeah, they started out a little slow from there and trying something different for now.
Ami here. Defended by Stewart. Free Kayla Thornton. And Jones pulls it down. Cloud with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Jones gets it to go.
A premier interior scorer, Jones's physical presence is enough to intimidate defenders.
Now Burton. And they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They're going to score.
Bagbenley with it. Working on Jones. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Burton. The 3. And still having struggles shooting the ball with that miss. That makes her 1 for 8 now.
Boy, the complexion of this game would be a whole lot different if she had shot the ball anything like she's capable of.
Jones misses.
Those chances, usually they're 2 points for her. The D, I guess, did just enough to bother her.
Pass to Thornton. Here's Hayes. Bagbenley, guarded by Jones. And here's Burton. Takes the 3. And no good. And the first half now in the books. It's the Liberty up by 12. And don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Make some noise and get ready for the
Getting back to the action now, it's been a one-team show so far, but we'll see if that changes. What a game we're seeing from Jones.
It's amazing to watch. She spoils us with her performances game in, game out. And so far, another big scoring night for her.
And oftentimes when she puts up that many points in the first half, she follows it up with an even better second half. So we'll see if that happens again here.
Here's Cloud. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Jones outside. Pass to Stewart. Launches it. They get the rebound. And that one's good. Jones.
They've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers, too.
Yeah, it's been a gritty performance and a physical brand of basketball, but hey, that's how you win.
Bring your lunch pail.
It's Burton. Now here's Ami here. Defended by Stewart. Now here's Hayes. And here's Ami here. Three, Kayla Thornton. And it's Ionescu with the rebound.
You can't get into much better position for the three-pointer. Just didn't get it to fall.
Now a decade in this league, Kayla Thornton gives this team experience.
Flexibility, too. I mean, she's had different roles in the W from starter to bench scorer. But Thornton is a great example for younger players that your game and your role can consistently evolve.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half underway. Pass to Hayes. Now Burton. 5 on the clock. Three, Kayla Thornton. Rebound, New York. Ionescu outside. Back to Stewart. Bissamon. Here's Jones. And she was fouled in the act of shooting, and opportunity for a three-point play.
Boy, not a lot of resistance inside, and they're taking advantage.
That aspect of this game, the play in the paint, has gone almost entirely their way.
Absolutely.
It's Burton.
And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
To Hayes. To halt the run. And Jonquel Jones pulls it down.
3 straight misses here to start the second half. Is that good?
Here's Cloud. Goes up on the wing.
Lee here grabs the board. It's Burton to the inside. And it's good. 2 points.
With that make, maybe the lid on this basket will be lifted for them. And trust me, they need it.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Pass to Misaman. Ionescu. And that's a foul called on me here. That is her first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And the Liberty with possession here. Cloud outside. Stewart with the screen.
Down to 5 on the shot clock.
New York, no good that time either. Here's the Valkyries with the ball. 17-point game.
And for this Valkyries team in their first season, Tim, what do you like about their roster?
I like the experience they added. Kayla Thornton from the expansion draft, Tiffany Hayes as a free agent. Those two will lead this young roster.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Well, after retiring in 2023, Tiffany Hayes joined the Aces mid-season last year.
Yeah, good thing she came back, right? Ended up winning 6th Player of the Year, proving she's still a dynamic scorer.
So she gets them both.
Looking around the league, is it safe to say that the Liberty have the best big three?
Well, to me, it's no doubt. Yeah, former MVPs in Breanna Stewart and Jonquel Jones, and then you got an all-WNBA point guard in Sabrina Ionescu. And beyond the collection of talent, these three are a great fit.
Well, defensively, they're just looking for answers. Ever since halftime, they've seemed kind of disjointed, out of sync. They've got to get back on the same page.
It's Burton. To the paint. Here's Fagenle. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Oh, it's a good thing she showed up today because without her, they'd be in deeper trouble.
Timeout called the Liberty. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Cloud can't get it to go. And so it's Golden State with it.
Down by 15.
Pass to Ami here. Hayes. Picked by Thornton. This one for 3. And Emma Misaman pulls it down. Here's Stewart. Outside for Cloud. Now Ionescu. Back to Cloud. Beyond the arc. Valkyries with the rebound. Pass to Burton. Ami here. Defended by Stewart. And here's Hayes. Misaman pulls it in. Ionescu left side. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2.
And for Sabrina Ionescu, the top pick of the 2020 draft, she had a bit of an inconsistent start to her career.
Spraining her ankle her rookie year and just playing 3 games. In her second season, she shot 38%. But you got to give Sabrina credit. The Walnut Creek Wonder works herself into the star we know today.
In the 2024 finals, Sabrina Ionescu hit one of the biggest shots in league history.
With the series 1-1, Sabrina nailed a deep 3 with just a second left, silencing the crowd of over 19,000 in Minnesota. That was a key win and a huge reason why the Liberty won it all for the first time.
Well, this is the first season of Valkyries basketball, so what's a realistic goal for this team?
Well, to me, Blake, it's about getting a solid base, an identity, fan base, develop players, and you can't worry too much about wins and losses as an expansion team. Plus 8 in the rebound differential. One more reason they have absolutely just controlled this game.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative for sure.
And it started out with the rebounding. It sets a tone.
Back Benley, and she banks in the layup.
She's shaking off her cold shooting performance from the first half.
Now here's Ionescu. Defense is right there. Pass to Cloud. Let's go with a 3. The Valkyries pull it in.
A little in the hoop for her this quarter. She still hasn't gotten one, not one, to fall.
And here's Benley. Guarded by Jones. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot, and we'll shoot 2 at the line.
Back in 2020, the Liberty won the draft lottery and took Sabrina Ionescu with the first pick. Good decision.
Oh, a great decision. I mean, she has changed this franchise. An all WNBA selection multiple times. New York has made the playoffs every year Sabrina's been healthy. And she was a big reason the Liberty won their first title ever in 2024.
Both teams will make substitutions. No good on the second, so she hits 1 of 2. Here's Stewart. Good, and Sabrina Ionescu gets the dime.
Not a lot of players these days operate in this space, but Stewie just loves the in-between shots.
Pass to me here. Thornton.
Now here's Benley.
She's got 11. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2.
It's a long time coming, but the Liberty finally won it all in 2024.
If you think about it, it's their first championship after losing in the finals 5 times, including the year before, 2023. And it wasn't easy. It took the full 5 games, overtime in that game 5, but Liberty fans got to see their team win on their court. Such a sweet feeling.
And she's good on the second.
I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second half, despite the deficit.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Tim, right? I mean, another good job of drawing contact and getting to the line.
You got to force the issue when you're down as yourself.
Look, if you give her enough room outside, she's going to take advantage and more often than not, knock down that shot.
Now here's me here. Pass to Hayes. Now Benley. On the wing, Kayla Thornton. Now here's me here. From deep. And Jonquel Jones pulls it down. Outside Stewart. Here's Ionescu. From deep three-point range. Here's Misaman. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
A monster on the glass. Misaman is not afraid of anyone.
Pass to Benley. Good defensive work by Jonquel Jones. Here's Ionescu. here's Fagbenle.
Takes a step back.
Pick by Fagbenle.
6 to shoot.
And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Valkyries able to keep possession.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Rupert.
Outside Charles. 4 on the shot clock. From deep. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They'll turn it over.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block right there.
Reads the play well and gets herself in the air at the perfect moment. Terrific denial.
And so it's New York with it. Pass to Peebish. Now Burke.
Harrison with the ball. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Jones inside, covered by Thornton. And they're going to count the bucket and send her to the line. 3-point play.
At the line for the Liberty, Jonquel Jones, shooting 1.
Well, when you look at her game, what you appreciate most about Jonquel Jones is her versatility. A strong offensive player and a very skilled defender as well.
Now Burton. They need this. Sinks the three-pointer.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Jones. It's blocked. Outside Charles. To the middle.
Rupert.
Guarded by Jones.
Rupert, no good.
And this could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What a performance it's been.
And here's Johannes.
Here's Burke. Shot clock at 5.
Pass to Johannes.
Fires the 3. That shot off. Now here's Charles. Guarded by Jones. It's stolen by Harrison. Here's Johannes. He got it up in time, but it just wouldn't fall for him. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Liberty out in front, running away with it. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter here on 2K Sports. Welcome back as the fourth quarter is right ahead. Not exactly a close contest here.
Now Burton. Up top, Billings.
Clock at 4. Over Stewart. And no good trying to use the glass.
And here's Burke.
Stewart.
She's guarded by Billings.
Here's Burke. Sinks the triple.
Easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
It's Burton.
Outside Charles.
Outside Billings.
Shot clock at 6.
Pass to Burton.
Yes, and it's Billings picking up the assist.
You know, I like it. I like that she broke out that fancy finish.
And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
Back to Cloud. The three is up. And it's Billings with the rebound.
She's had an off game, but her team has been able to pick up the slack and get it done here today.
Charles, no good. Cloud outside. Here's Stewart.
Monique Billings with some nice D.
And so it's Golden State with it. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. It's Burton. Pass to Billings. Tries it from 19. The shot off that time. Here's Phoebish. Guarded by Charles. Cloud right side. Now Burke. Outside Stewart. Drills the three-pointer.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Man, they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
To the inside. Shot by Billings, no good. And so it's New York with it. Pass to Cloud. Harrison sets a screen. Lets the three fly. And again, it's New York with a three.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Now here's Billings.
Outside Charles. Here's Burton. And she can't answer back the three-pointer offline.
She's just not been on her game. The deficit, it's really not totally on her, but she hasn't helped the situation.
Here's Phoebish. Guarded by Charles. Natasha Cloud from outside. Hits the three-point bomb.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points, they add up in a hurry when you give them looks from deep.
Now here's Charles.
Pass to Rupert.
And here's Burton. She's covered by Cloud. To end the run. And again, Golden State no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, and that's putting it mildly, guys. They've been absolutely dominant.
Harrison no good. Inside. And she takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
That pass allowed her to get straight to the rim in perfect stride.
Here's Cloud. Harrison up top. No one near her. And that one's good.
You know, I'd like to see more of that from her. She's been passing up on her shot a little bit more than usual. You know, even though she is hitting the ones that she takes.
Pass to Burton. Now Billings. From the arc. Not going to go that time.
And still a goose egg for her in the scoring column.
Down low. Phoebish with the bucket.
No mistake on that one. Good work all around.
Golden State with the ball. Now Burton.
Up top, Billings.
Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Burton. Shoots over Cloud. Burton can't hit. To the middle. Here's Harrison. Now here is Stewart.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the line.
He's starting to turn it on now after a slow start.
Hey, every team wants length and shooting. Brianna Stewart brings you both.
And both at an elite level. Defense as well. I mean, Stewart's 6'4", one of the best shot blockers on one end. And offensively, she's more than capable of a 50-40-90 season.
And that one misses.
The third WNBA title for Brianna Stewart. Won in 2024 with New York, and it was a special one.
No doubt, bringing the Liberty an original WNBA franchise, their first ever championship. It was a bounce back for Stewie New York. Remember, they dropped the 23 series for the Aces.
Here's Johannes.
Screen by Stewart. To the inside. The Valkyries pull it in.
And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
Pass to Hayes. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Phoebish.
I think that one could have easily fallen for her.
The D may have done just enough there.
Burke. Here's Johannes. Fires for three.
The rebound by Thornton. Pass to Burton. Outside Hayes. Tries to break her ice. And she takes it up and lays it in.
Makes a good team a great team. It's Hayes' intensity that gets her whole team going.
And here's Johannes.
2 minutes.
And here's Phoebish.
2 minutes.
Three-pointer Brianna Stewart. The shot, no good.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
Picked her clean.
Here's Johannes. She's covered by me here.
Now Burke.
Harrison the screen.
Here's Phoebish. Stolen by Tiffany Hayes. And she makes good on the layups.
That's incredibly poor defensive awareness. She's one player you don't want to give up any space to.
Here's Johannes.
Pass to Phoebish.
Johannes.
Burke. She's guarded by Hayes. Here's Phoebish. 6 on the shot clock.
Here's Johannes.
And again, it's the Liberty missing. And so it's Golden State with it. And here's Burton. Pass to Fagbenle. Thornton outside. Burton. For three, Tiffany Hayes. Buries it from three-point range.
This run really not doing them any good, coming as late as it has.
Yeah, but give them credit for showing the fight they're showing, Tim. It would have been real easy to just throw in the towel by now.
Yeah, but it's still going to be a loss probably.
Here's Phoebish.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
To the paint. To end the drought. And the rebound goes to the Valkyries. Now here is Hayes. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
This game really a defining game for what they can do when they're playing at their best. Being here at home helps, but the execution anywhere was terrific.
And that'll wrap it up